I was there for a month researching about youth culture and like Adidas streetwear,
Okay.
basically.
So for context, so Ruby Pseudo, which is the first kind of the kind of main job that you've done since uni.
Yeah.
Is that right? You are. Well, how would you explain it in your own words? Like, what does your company do, and what do you do within it?
So we basically, as my boss would say, we get paid to speak to people. That's basically what she says. But a client will come to us and say, we want to find out about this market. You tell us what it is, and can you give a strategy for our further marketing and strategize and help us? And so we get to go to loads of countries. Went across Asia all year this year. I'm going to America in a couple of weeks to go do some research there. I'm going to Germany like next week, I think. I don't know if I'm just like one of those things where it's like you don't know where you're going the next week because a new project can come in. And it's just speaking to people, learning about them, learning their culture. You can spend a whole day with one person, you can spend a whole day with a group of friends, and it's anywhere from like the age of 8 up until like 50. And you just get to spend that day with them, ask them questions, and then feed that back to the client and be like, this is what people think of your brand, this is what people think of you, this is how we should change it, and this is how we can change it. And that's what we do as a company.
It's kind of investigating what people really, really think.
Yeah.
And feeding and gathering information to feed it back to a company so that they can make improvements to their brand, their services and products.
It's basically better than just a survey online. We get to go in and ask them questions, go to their homes, speak to their parents, go all around the world and just speak to people about their daily lives and how a phone company can help your life and how can Adidas make it better for you. And
okay.
Kind of stuff.
And so you're network manager, what does that mean?
So network manager, so our company has about 4,000 people who work for us, who are gatekeepers for wider networks. So we recruit for projects. So for an Adidas project, we have to interview streetwear people. So we'll ask the people that we've done those projects before to help us recruit for that. Or we've got a phone project on at the minute, so there's 8 states across America we have to interview. So we'll have our 8 people in those states, and they'll help us recruit the wider project.
Right.
So I look after those gatekeepers that look after the states and countries across the globe.
Okay.
So I will send them, I will help them with their advice if they need to go find other jobs. Like I'll help them write their references and their CVs, or I'll go to their country and I'll go help and I'll speak to them, have dinners with them, make sure that they're happy.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Sounds lovely.
Nice.
Lovely, yeah. So I know that you were involved in helping set up your company kind of in France and in Italy.
Yeah.
How do you use your languages day to day?
Well, I've been part of this company for nearly 10 years now, just because I used to be the person that was interviewed. And then I've kind of grown through the company that way. And then so when I was 16, I went to France for the company. Because of my French speaking, I could go there and I could get all my friends involved from France. And most of them I met online, but it was the first time of meeting them was setting up the agency there. And it was just setting up the network and creating gatekeepers and bringing out for drinks and having dinners with them and being like, this is Ruby Pseudo, this is who we are. And we just did the same in Seoul, like when I got back. So that was what the whole Seoul experience was for like a month there, working for Adidas and also setting up that network. I did the same for Italy. We never really did a project in Italy 2 years ago. Instagram came and was like, can you do some Italy research? Like, oh, yeah, great, but how on earth are we going to do that? We have no one in Italy. And because I had a language degree and I knew someone who had an Italian language degree, we kind of spoke over that, and she was like, yeah, come over, like I'll help you around. I've lived here for 7 years, let's do it. And then that kind of helped to set up that network, and now we have like a good group of like 50 gatekeepers across Italy, which we can recruit whenever you want to go.
Right.
So my language degree has helped me because you find people because being an English person speaking another language is crazy for a lot of people across Europe. Like, oh my God, you're English and you speak French? Like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay.
Why do you need to speak another language? And so if you meet another English person who speaks another language, like, oh my God, yes, you've got the understanding why you need to speak another language. It's great. And that's one reason why a language degree is really good, and that's how I use it. And obviously I've been to France like 10 times this year. And a lot of the projects I have to do are with French clients or with French respondents, and I have to moderate those conversations. I have to transcribe and then translate them for the clients who are like either based in America or in the UK. And then, so I'm having to get that, because everything is just so nuanced with what people say, and especially with strategy and for marketing, you have to make sure that you have to relay that correctly across both languages. So that's what